All right, today we're changing the brakes on a 2021 Subaru Outback. First step, I want everybody to know, always crack your lug nuts. I mean, loosen them a little bit before you lift your car up. Do not try, if you're using a regular jack, especially like the car jack that comes with the car, do not try to loosen them from start when it's up on the jack. All right, let's get started. Now that you get the car off the ground, we're gonna take off the wheel. So let's get those lug nuts off. You can use your bar that comes with it, or you can use a crossbar if you have it. I am going to use my drill because I've learned over the years it's a little bit easier. Once you have the wheel off, you have your caliper, you have your brake pads, your rotor. You want to take off these two nuts, these bolts right here, 1 and 2. Once those come off, you can take the caliper off and pull the brake pads right off. So you can easily do this. It'll be pretty tight. So you want to loosen it up. And then it should come right off to the point where you can easily remove them. Now that those are off, you can easily remove this. I just like to use a little bit of a boost. Now that the caliper's off, you're going to remove the brake pads. Try not to do any damage to the rotor. It's going to be hard to do damage to the rotor, but you really don't want to ruin it. They're not that bad, but I've already changed one side, so I'm going to change the other. I probably have a few thousand more miles on this. This is the first brake change on this car in 65,000 miles, so not bad. So now that you got those off, we're going to put the new ones on. Nice and easy, just like that. So you have a clip that compresses up, so you want to push down and push this forward to get that on, and then you want to push this forward and put that back. Or push this forward and get that back. It slides right on, and now we have to put the back one on. We do want to use our Ultra Lube brake lubricant. All right, now that you got both brake pads on, and they're in there, and they got the gel and the lube, what we want to do is we want to compress the caliper. And so I have always used a D-clamp or a C-clamp, whatever you want to call it, over the years. But finally, over the years, I've learned to get my own compression kit, and it works fantastic and saves a ton of time. So we're gonna get that on. Yep. All right. So what? All you got to do. Oh yeah, that's on my wheel. So we put the old brake pad right there, and just throw this in there, and then just turn it, compress it, and then we'll get to the next part. All right. Now that they're compressed, let's loosen this up. Take it off. Get all the stuff out of there. And
here's some truck chips.
Thank you. Put this back on.
Oh, buzz.
So now we got that caliper back on, so we're going to tighten these up.
Yep.
Not by hand.
Yep.
Well, by hand, but we're going to use a wrench. And these are the lug nuts. That will go on with the tires. All right. Now you want to put the tire back on. You want to make these tight enough to where this is flush. Do not try to jerk it completely tight until you get it off the jack. Now that the tire won't wibble because you got them tight enough, but you haven't had it completely torqued tight enough, you're going to put the car down. Now that the jack is off, you can do the final torque. I do want to tell everybody that, yes, you did see my son here helping me out, but I have blocks behind the tires for safety. When I put the car up and down and take the tire off, he sits on his little safety brick, which is far away from the car, so that way he doesn't get hurt. You always got to be safe when you're doing this type of stuff, especially with the jack that comes with the car. I hope this helps you all, and have a great day. I did forget to mention that you'll want to before you go anywhere, start the car, you want to pump the brakes at least 7 times. Or newer cars, you can just do about 3 times. Just make sure that they're tight, so that way when you're driving, you have your brakes already compressed, or well, tight enough, so that way you can react quick enough.